Have you just bought a set of Spa World 4-tier swim spa steps for your swim spa, or are planning to purchase a set and wondering how to put them together? In this video, you'll learn how to assemble the Spa World 4-tier swim spa steps. Hi, I'm Jake, and I'm going to give you a quick introduction to the Spa World 4-tier swim spa steps. Before we start, a few important points. Warning. Please read the entire user manual to familiarise yourself with the features of this product and take the appropriate safety precautions while assembling these steps. It is important to check with your local government or electrician because in some jurisdictions these steps may be earth bonded by a licensed electrician. The parts for these steps come in one box, and if you have purchased the optional side rail and end rail, they come in separate boxes. Before we get started, we'll just double check that we have all the parts we need. So here we have laid out parts A, B, C, D, E and F, which are all the framing of the steps. We then have part G, which is the self-adhesive rubber bumpers, and then we have part H, which are the leveling legs. We then have part I, which is the steps, part J, which is the brackets, and part K, which is the back brackets. Okay, we now have part L, which is the screws. There are 16 of these. Part M, which is the washers and nuts. There are 16 of these. Part N, which is more screws and washers. There are 60 of these. We then have parts O and parts P. These are more screws, and there should be 4 of each of these. Part Q is the caps, and there's 24 of these. And then part R is the Allen key. Tools needed, you'll need a 17mm spanner or crescent. It's handy to have a drill with a hex drill piece on the end. Makes it a lot easier doing up all of the screws. The first part of assembling the steps is assembling all of the step brackets together, each side first. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab all of the parts with the L on top of them. These are parts A, C and E, and attach these first. Once you've got parts A and C lined up together, you're going to grab parts L and M. These are the screw and the bolt with the washer. Put the screw from the lower side going through to the higher side. And then put the washer and nut on the back side of that. Do the same again with the top part. And then tighten with the spanner. Just make sure when tightening not to tighten too much. Because this is an aluminium, you can tighten too much and it'll squish in. After we've done the top 4 up here and the top 2 here, make sure to do the bottom one as well on each end. Again, making sure that the bolt comes through from the shorter side and the washer and nut go on the long side. Now that we've connected parts A to part C, we'll grab part E, which again is the bigger part of the bracket with the L on top. Again, we'll use part L and M, but we're going to need 4 of them this time. And again, put the bolt through from the smaller side to the higher side, and the washer and nut on that higher side there. Now that we've done the left side, which was parts A, C and E, we're going to do the same with the right side. So all the exact same steps. This is with parts B, D and F. Okay, now that we've got all of those assembled, we're going to attach part G, the self-adhesive bumpers. There'll be 16 of these, 8 for each side. So what you're going to do is take off the protective tape there, and that'll be the sticky side there. We're going to put it right at the end, so it's almost flush with the end. Just make sure that it's not covering up any of the holes. Now that we've got that bottom one on, we're gonna put one towards the back here. Again, sitting it almost hard up against the back and ensuring that it's not covering the hole at all. We're then gonna do the same for the next two heights. So again, at the front, just off the front and making sure it's not covering the hole. And then towards the back, almost touching the back. Doing the same again on the next level up. And then finally on the top level. Now that we've done that side, we're gonna jump across and do the other side the exact same. All right, the next step is to attach part H, the leveling legs. Now there are 3 of these for each side. Really simple, all you have to do is flip each side up and you'll see 3 threads on the bottom. All you have to do is screw that in and do the same for the top. And then bottom. Once we've done that side, we'll go ahead and do the exact same on the other side. Alrighty, for the next bit, we're going to attach the 2 side frames that we've already assembled. We're going to grab part J, the brackets, part I, the steps, and part N, the screws and the washers. When we're attaching the 2 sides, you need to make sure to put down part J, the bracket first, and then put each step on top of that. Before we assemble and attach the 2 frames together, we just need to make sure that we've got them on the right sides. So the L left side is from when you're at the bottom of the steps looking up. You can also tell that it's the left side by that single screw being on the inside and the double screws being on the outside. Same with the right side, you'll have the single screws on the inside and the doubles on the outside. So we'll assemble the first step, putting part J, the bracket, down first, then 2 of part I, the steps. We're going to sit this one hard up against the back and then tuck the bracket underneath it there. And then do the same at the front. Just like with the bottom step, we're going to grab part J, the bracket, place that in the middle there. Then we're going to get part I, the step, set that hard up against the back, slot it down, push the bracket back up against it, and then the other step goes on the front. Then, like the bottom step, again, we're going to use the screws from underneath with the washer. Now that we've done the 3rd tier, we're going to jump up to the 4th tier. For this part, there are 4 steps, part I, and there are 3 of the metal brackets, part J. Now that we've got all of the top steps loosely in there, we're going to use the drill just to finish off screwing them in. Alrighty, now that we have all of the steps on, we're going to grab part K, the side bracket. We're going to grab parts O and P. O is the slightly longer screw, and part P is the self-tapping screw. Okay, so from this angle, you can see part K, the side bracket, goes here. Part O, the slightly longer screw, will go into the top of the step. And then part P, the self-tapping screw, goes into the side on the metal there. Okay, we're now going to use part O, the standard screw, into the top first. So hold the bracket up in position. We're now going to use part P, the self-tapping screw, to go in the side here. Now that we've done that, we're going to do the same on the other side. Alrighty, the last step is putting on part Q, the plastic caps, in the back part of the unit. If you are attaching an end rail or a side rail though, skip this step because this is where your end rail and side rail will attach. Now I'll show you how to assemble this optional accessory. The side rail will come in a long, narrow cardboard box. Inside, you should find parts A and B, the support rails. Part C, there should be 2 of these, and these are the main side rails. Part D, which is the screws. Parts E, which are the washers and the nuts. Part F, which is the self-tapping screws. and then part G, which is the longer screws. As for tools needed, you'll need a 17mm spanner or crescent, and then either a Phillips head screwdriver or a Phillips head drill. Okay, now we've got all the parts laid out. We've got part A, which is the top part of the rail here, part B, which is the bottom part of the rail. We're going to attach these two using the two of part C and part F, which are the self-tapping screws. When sitting this in together, make sure that the side with the two screw holes is on the bottom side. It's time to screw them together with those self-tapping screws, part F. Now that we've got the handrail assembled on the ground, it's time to attach it to the steps. When putting the side rail on, make sure that it's on the right side according to how you want the steps next to your swim spa. If you want the steps coming up with the left-hand side of the steps alongside the swim spa, obviously put the rail on the right-hand side, or vice versa. If the steps are coming directly up to the swim spa, you'll have two side rails, and obviously put them on both sides. Once it's sitting up here, there are two different slots it can go to on the back. Make sure to have it on the outermost side so the handrail is flush with the edge of the steps. Then grab the screws, the washers, and the nuts. When you're putting the bolts in, just make sure to come from the front side again, like we did with all of the actual steps. Alrighty, now that we've got those bolts through, the final step is putting the screws through the top holes on each the bottom and the top part. Once the handrail is on and all fitted, you can use the leftover part Q, that is the plastic caps, and put them in the leftover holes at the back of the steps. Great, you're now ready to use the side handrail for extra safety and stability. Keep watching this video to learn how to assemble the end rail to the 4-tier steps. The end rail comes in a narrow rectangular box, and inside you'll find parts A and B, the main support rails, parts C and D, these are the cross rails, and you can tell part C as it's the one with all of the holes along it. You've then got part E, which are the end hooks, part F, which is the end plate which attaches to the side rail, parts G and H, which are two different length screws, part I, which is the washers and nuts, part J, which is the self-tapping screws, and then part K, which is the longer screws. Tools needed, you'll need a 17mm spanner or crescent, and then a drill with a Phillips head piece. Okay, step one is to assemble all of the framing and attach it all together. So we've got parts A, B, C, and D here. The end pieces, A and B, make sure that this extra piece here is facing down. We're then going to attach them with parts C and D. Part C you can distinguish from these extra holes along the front. So these should be facing up. And then the other side will have two holes on either end. This needs to be facing down. Same with this middle piece D. It will have one side with two holes on either end. Again, this needs to be facing down. Put these in either end. And then put the other side on. Sweet, now that we've got all of those attached, time to screw them together with part J, the self-tapping screws. Step two is attaching the hooks, part E, onto the top part of the frame, part C with the self-tapping screws, part J. Step three, remove the caps from the back of the steps if you have some on there and keep them for later. The next step is to attach the framing that we've already built onto the back of the steps. For this, you're going to use part G, the slightly shorter bolts, and parts I, the washers and nuts. When you're putting the bolts through, make sure to come from the front side of the stairs again, just as we've done with everything else. The next part of the step is to use part K, the screws, and screw down each end of the frame to the steps. We'll now use parts F, H and I, which are that mounting bracket, the longer bolt, and then the washer and nut to attach them together. Put the bracket on the back side of the handrail, put the bolt through from the front side, like we always have, and then attach using the nut and washer. Quick tip, when you're screwing the nuts on, make sure not to over tighten. Because this is aluminium, it can squeeze in. Reinsert the plastic caps into parts A and B that we removed earlier. Thanks for watching this video. You should now have a really good idea of how to put together the spar-wheeled 4-tiered swim spa steps, as well as the optional accessories of the end rail and the side rail. For more information, visit our Learning Centre, or you can contact the Spar-Wheeled showroom near you.